This is Bible Talk Radio with your host, Jason Dunn. Welcome to That's the Word, your favorite source for all things biblical. Today's topic is the history of hymns. From the ancient hymns of the early church to the modern worship music of today, we'll pull back the curtain to reveal the stories behind the songs. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the history of hymns on today's episode of That's the Word. When the Great Chicago Fire consumed the Windy City in 1871, Horatio G. Spafford, an attorney heavily invested in real estate, lost a fortune. About that time, his only son, age 4, succumbed to scarlet fever. Horatio drowned his grief in work, pouring himself into rebuilding the city and assisting the 100,000 who had been left homeless. In November 1873, he decided to take his wife and daughters to Europe. Horatio was close to D.L. Moody and Ira Sankey, and he wanted to visit their evangelistic meetings in England, then enjoy a vacation. When an urgent matter detained Horatio in New York, he decided to send his wife Anna and their 4 daughters, Maggie, Tanetta, Annie, and Bessie, on ahead. As he saw them settled into a cabin aboard the luxurious French liner Ville du Havre, an unease filled his mind, and he moved them to a room closer to the bow of the ship. Then he said goodbye, promising to join them soon. During the small hours of November 22, 1873, as the Ville du Havre glided over smooth seas, the passengers were jolted from their bunks. The ship had collided with an iron sailing vessel, and water poured in like Niagara. The Ville du Havre tilted dangerously. Screams, prayers, and oaths emerged into a nightmare of unmeasured terror. Passengers clung to posts, tumbled through darkness, and were swept away by powerful currents of icy ocean. Loved ones fell from each other's grasp and disappeared into foaming blackness. Within 2 hours, the mighty ship vanished beneath the waters. The 226 fatalities included Maggie, Tanetta, Annie, and Bessie. Mrs. Spafford was found nearly unconscious, clinging to a piece of the wreckage. When the 47 survivors landed in Cardiff, Wales, she sent a cable to her husband with the words, "Saved alone." Horatio immediately booked passage to join his wife. En route, on a cold December night, the captain called him aside and said, "I believe we are now passing over the place where the Ville du Havre went down." Spafford went to his cabin, but found it hard to sleep. He said to himself, "It is well. The will of God be done." Based on those words, he later wrote his famous hymn, "It is Well with My Soul." We hope you enjoyed today's exploration of the history of hymns and the important role they played in Christian worship throughout the ages. Remember, hymns are more than just songs. They are a way for us to lift our voices in praise to God and to connect with believers throughout history. May the words of these hymns continue to enrich our faith and bring us closer to God. Until next time, this is Jason Dunn, and that's the Word.